Okay, so we're getting a few projects now. We just got home with this little treasure. Just started ripping into it. Got the hood off, the gas tank off, just taking out parts and pieces that I might need for this. We're gonna make what do they call them, a snow dog or a best track something, I don't know. Anyway, we'll mount a little motor on the front up here, drives the belt, get rid of the whole front end. Everything's got to go, keep the handlebars. So I'm gonna start digging into this thing and I'll update you when we get a little further along. Alright, so finally, after a little bit of plasma cutting, we got the front end of this thing off. All it's left to do is to true that up. This drive pulley's got to come off, and then a sprocket will go on here, be driven off the motor. This is an old Honda. Gosh, I don't even remember what size it was. That's what's going to run it though. Little Honda motor, runs good. And then there's the front end of it right there. A couple pieces in the back of the truck. So that's all I'm going to do today. I got to go in and get some other stuff going. I'll keep you posted as this thing progresses. So I got that tracked vehicle going, and very quickly I realized that the overall length of it was just too long. So I'm going to try something I have not seen yet on YouTube, and I am going to shorten the track. Probably going to even do more than that, I'm not sure. Might even come up into this area here, cut it off up into here, make it just real short. Then we got the tunnel, and cut it off short too. I want to try to get it probably right up into here, just make it really short. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to shorten that belt, which I have yet to see anybody do on YouTube as far as cutting a snowmobile belt in half. And you know, obviously on a snowmobile it ain't going to work because the high RPM and the torque. This thing ain't spinning that fast. Did get it going last night and drove it, and it just so hard to steer. So this is my fix. I'll keep you guys along for the ride and see the progress. Alright, I think we're on to something. Cut that track, and you can see, I mean, it's way cut down. That's little. I'm not exactly sure how long it is, but we'll make the track fit it somehow. Just bolted that piece on. It fits perfect in the rail, and it's sturdy. Just some of this one by, and the holes are already there for the. Already got the holes in here that I'm using for the bolts, so that's a little less drilling I have to do. So we'll put it together and see what happens. Alright, so finally got this thing going. Did a lot of modifying, actually, more than I thought. I originally left the snowmobile track the full length and then drove it around. It kept wanting to tip over. Well, one thing was, because I had this engine off to here, the shaft of the drive shaft of the snowmobile come out here, and that's where I had the chain drive going down to it. So put all the weight of the motor out here. Kept wanting to tip over. So I moved that all off, cut that off, put the drive sprocket down right here now. Goes right to the center. Still have to put the brake on, which is there. The on and off switch for the motor, I added a kill switch that goes back to the throttle. Right by the throttle, you can hit that and kill it. And then chopped out I chopped out about 2 foot of track off the track. And you can see all I've done right here is just took and glued it and then screwed it together, that section right there, and it kept everything in line so it still meshes with the drive gear. And then shortened the track. You can see the track shortened right here. I think I got that on another video. I just added these spacers in both sides because so we cut probably that much out of there. And then handlebar wise, still got, I'm going to put a piece in right here so I can adjust the height of where this sits. But the throttle comes up, kill switch comes up, on off right there. And now it's just a matter of getting it all cleaned up, putting some shroud around the motor, putting some rails on so your luggage don't fall off. Added this deal to it for pulling the sled. I had this piece already made and just kind of modified it so it'd fit. So let's give it a run and see what it does. on. Okay, looks good.